Yet again, amidst the continuous fight among Taji and Oprah, 50 Penny has entered the discussion with solid analysis coordinated at Oprah, charging that she is a mannequin of Hollywood and has taken advantage of dark entertainers for her own benefit. 50 Penny has a background marked by blaming Oprah for building her billion dual realm to the detriment of dark ability. This isn't whenever 50 Penny first has stood firm against Oprah. He recently upheld Monique when she got down on Oprah and Tyler Perry for supposedly renouncing her after she stood up against being come up short on for her job invaluable. Now 50 Penny is communicating support for Terry as she takes a stand in opposition to Oprah Teru, as of late uncovered that she felt came up short on in the new film Purple and uncovered Oprah for not offering her a compensation increment since Glad Mary a long time back. Taraji considered dismissing the proposal for Purple because of what she saw as a discourteous starting proposal from Oprah fee. Elaine deceived by Oprah Taji, who expected understanding from an individual person of color, has started a buzz on the web with this continuous dramatization among her and Oprah in the beyond couple of days. Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in that frame of mind since Glad Mary and nearly needed to leave Variety. Purple, yes ma'am, who got out whatever, yes ma'am. Yes ma'am, since you know, imagine a scenario in which I don't stand firm. How am I making it simple for Rhapsody and Danielle? And I and Felicia do what? Why? For what reason am I doing this? On the off chance that it's all only for me, what are you doing here? We are to support each other. God is extremely cunning. He put us on this planet. And he made all of us appear to be unique. He made it confounded. We want to sort it out, and we can, and we are. You need to take a gander at the glasses half full. It's in every case. Later took part in one more meeting with Gail Lord, a dear companion of Oprah Hove. Their discussion, Taraji uncovered that she had genuinely considered quitting any pretense of acting anyway, as Terry focused on her psychological battles and communicated her craving to leave the business. Gail seemed to minimize her difficulties, nearly downplaying her aggravation. This could be connected to serious areas of strength for Gail with Oprah, as she would have been hesitant to have Taji examine any pessimistic viewpoints about Oprah on her show. And I heard on the road, Taji, you had the honestness to express speculation about getting halting acting. We said quit talking. Are you thinking about it? I'm burnt out on really buckling down, being charitable at what I do, getting compensated a negligible portion of the expense. Am I worn out on hearing my sister say exactly the same thing again and again? You get drained. I hear individuals go, you work a ton. I have to, the math ain't mathing, hearing that my whole vocation, 20 or more years in the game, and I hear exactly the same thing. And I see how you help one more creation, and it's the ideal opportunity for us to hit the sack. You have no cash, they play right in front of you, and I should grin and smile and bar and keep like amidst unfurling occasions. 50 Penny embedded himself into the continuous dramatization. He picked Instagram as his foundation, sharing a screen capture of an article and communicating his enthusiasm to team up with Taraji. In the subtitle, he reprimanded those included, expressing that they had bobbled the ball and stretched out an encouragement to work with Taraji. Remarkably, this isn't the main occurrence of 50 Penny getting down on a conspicuous figure in media outlets already. He had a conflict with Oprah, blaming her for abusing performers. The underlying foundations of their quarrel returned to 50 Penny's ascend to distinction when he tried to reshape his picture by showing up on Oprah's show. This move planned to reclassify his public persona from a previous street pharmacist to a fruitful rapper and gain endorsement from his grandma, a committed Oprah fan anyway. When the thought was introduced to Oprah, she declined, flagging an indifference for what 50 Penny brought to the table. For this dismissal drove 50 Penny to guarantee that Oprah was one-sided against hypo, particularly his general awe. Music, he went further, contrasting her with an Oreo dark, outwardly white within. As per him, Oprah transcendently took care of more seasoned white ladies and went against the substance of his music. In light of this evident scorn, 50 Penny chose to embrace the job of an enemy. He stated that, in the event that they couldn't be companions, they could essentially be foes. To heighten matters, 50 Penny took his complaints to one more level by naming his canine after Oprah and his feline after Oprah's dear companion Gayle Kingy. To sort out what was a ton of it was sure remarks that she had made about, you realize I was there for Crash for the film definitely and fundamentally. She expressed something at about not concurring with my music yet. She figured I did perfect in the film. And obviously I was up there with the entire cast of Crash. Thus, I didn't really felt like that should have been said. You realize you disagreed with my music, and regardless of whether you concur with specific tunes I make. Say you disagree with specific tunes, don't say you disagree with every one of them. Right squarely in this time period, Oprah experienced reaction from Silly, who asserted that she had let him down during his visitor appearance on her show to advance the film crashed close by other cast individuals. Instead of talking about his job in the movie, Oprah diverted the discussion towards ridiculous utilization of then word in his music, driving him to voice his disappointment in a later radio meeting. It was a ton of remarks that very she had the option to get out whatever she said, and afterward, I had my rejoinder, and when I saw the last show her chairs were in, there was in there, yet yours weren't in there, mine weren't in there, so it just appeared as though I sort of took it amidst the generally wild circumstance. She willingly volunteered to make things significantly seriously befuddling. She specifically changed specific pieces of crazy reactions to her inquiries, fully intent on portraying him in a stupid way, is saying that you had become progressively neurotic. Would you say you were suspicious, certain above all else what is an individual of color without his distrustful you could win 100 in a poker game and be on the tram you going to investigate your shoulder? They just said in all that I had $50 million that resembles making me an undeniable man. So did you go to a mental clinic in South Africa? Better believe it, who in the wake of conveying my counter-arguments, I firmly noticed the finishing up show. I couldn't resist the opportunity to see that her associates from the CHC, innovative and dedicated givers, were recognized while mine were recognizably discarded. That is gave the deceptive idea that I had unjustifiably asserted sole credit for the cooperative exertion, adding to this Dave Church's appearance on the Oprah show where he talked about his refusal of a $50 million arrangement with Funny TV, his resulting retreat to Africa. Dubois security concerns uncovered the questionable components of the arrangement that had made him uncomfortable anyway. All through the discussion, Oprah tenaciously hindered him and compelled him to confess to some type of psychologist. Carl's sickness convinced me I'm crazy. They were attempting to inspire me to take maniacal drug. No doubt I said I'm not taking this medication, man, because I realize these individuals be attempting to control you or perhaps dishonor you. I was apprehensive, like yet you were worried. That is the reason there no inquiry, except for it's extremely distressing for somebody to continually stroll behind you and say in the meeting he raised Hollywood chiefs attempting to coerce him into utilizing antipsychotic ice meds anyway. Oprah ignored their concerns and consoled Dave by ascribing his encounters to pressure and neurosis. What is that associated with that person of color? So no, I was not repudiated. I was whiteballed by some dark who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Winfrey. No. Child, I wasn't debased. I was up by some who had no balls, and see, I realized they like to say monkey. Converse with much, it would mean not to say the genuine. It would mean not to say the genuine. You are not paying me similarly. You are not treating me decently, so you all, on the off chance that I had really opposing the utilization of insane drug, might emerge from fears connected with letting completely go or confronting cultural disgrace. The pressure of being marked as deranged can be overpowering in basically the same manner. There have been examples where people like 50 Penny communicated dissatisfaction